This is so awkward. I don't do this type of thing. I guess we're gonna do it. Doesn't matter. Hello there. My name is Noah, and I don't really know how to begin this video other than saying I like being outdoors, and we're gonna try videoing my camping experience today. I don't know how it's gonna go. I'm just gonna be recording using a phone, my iPhone 16 Pro Max. I don't have a tripod. I don't have any equipment for it. We're just gonna be going into this with no knowledge, I guess. No knowledge on like the videoing aspect. Obviously, I know how to camp and whatnot, but I have not done this in a very long time. Record myself, I should say. Those were back in my high school days, and it's been quite a while since then. So I'm excited to get back on YouTube, but I'm also nervous because I know there's already so much out there, and people aren't gonna want to watch me compared to their favorites already. So we're just gonna be trying this thing out and see how it goes. Well, I know I haven't recorded any of my videos so far. I've just been hiking now for probably about a mile. I'm about to finally come to this part of the hike where it just kind of starts ascending majorly uphill. Like, I mean, it's just mountain from here on out. So I'm just kind of standing here taking a sip of water and looking at ground level before I make this ascent. And it just rained. So like everything here is super, super wet. If I fall, once I get to a certain point, I mean, even right now, if I fell, that's a good 15-foot drop. And it's just slippery rocks this whole way. Luckily, I feel like I have a pretty reliable set of boots that are good at what they're supposed to do. I also don't really know the best plan for recording, like at which way to do it, because I see other YouTubers, like they'll set their camera up and walk off camera for a little bit, and then it just cuts to their next clip. But it seems tedious as hell to set up a camera, to record yourself walk away and just walk back. I don't know. Maybe I don't get that yet. There we go. This kind of shows a better view now, I guess, since I've went up like 70 feet. And it just keeps climbing from here on out. Sometimes I gotta pull some weird ass maneuvers, but it's a nice area. I love it. Now we're finally at one of my favorite places. I finally got to the top of this mountain here. But this is one of my favorite places up here at the top. They call it rock formation for some reason. I mean, there are a bunch of rocks, but I mean, other than that, I mean, there's nothing special. But I'm going to sit down and rest for a moment before I start descending. I'm extremely out of shape. Probably not like physically, but I'm definitely out of shape compared to where I used to be. All right, I really suck at this recording thing, but I got off the mountain. Now it's just kind of smooth sailing from here. Now it's all about finding the correct spot for me to go. Also, look at this hole in the side of it. I don't know. I don't want to call it a cave, because a cave like goes on. This just kind of stops for a second, which it's still pretty cool. I'm not going to say it's not. You come up in here whenever it's raining or something. Well, actually, I think it might be a bad idea. It's wet in here. Oh, never mind. There are a lot of spiders. I'm sorry. I can do just about anything, but spiders? No, bro. I cannot stand spiders. They are the epitome of my existence. I think I found a spot. It's a pretty open spot. Doesn't look like it's used all that often, but it's definitely been used. There's a stone fire pit here already. It is pretty close off the trail, so I won't be surprised if at some point I see somebody. But yeah, this is it. Looks like a nice little open area. Got the river right over there, so I don't want to set my tent super close to it. So I'm still trying to think of the best way for me to be able to like record my process for you guys. I'm probably just gonna wind up setting my phone to the side or something, just propped up on like a rock or a piece of wood. And I guess right now I'm just gonna kind of clear out a spot to be able to set my tent up, make it a little bit easier for myself, and try not to get too bad of an angle here, but that's all right if we do. I got my tent up partially. I'm not done with it yet. Kind of just used the bare necessities. And there she is. I mean, that's my home for the night. It definitely looks a lot smaller than it is on camera, but I have fit 2 people in here before. It is labeled as a single person tent, but I actually fit me and one other person in here and a pretty medium-sized dog. If you were wanting to be able to take a tent for 2 people and it still be compact enough, this is definitely a great choice. All right, now there we go. I guess you should say I put the rain cover on it just because I kind of think there's a chance of precipitation tonight, and even if it doesn't, it will still help protect me from the elements if it does get down to be too cold. And then also camping next to the river here, there can be a mist that forms on the outside or inside of the tent, so that extra shield should be able to help me out quite a bit from that tonight. Also, speaking of which, I guess I should show you around a little bit. Let's walk down here to the water. Opens up nicely. But we are in the Smoky Mountains. I did not specify that. I kind of want to jump out there, but I don't want to get wet. I think I should probably start gathering up some firewood. 522. So I do have this miniature blow-up mattress here, but my issue is their mechanism to blow it up. It works okay up until the point that it starts getting any good amount of air into it, and then it starts blowing it back. That is absolutely ridiculous. But in all fairness, this thing works extremely well. I mean, it's got plenty of room. It's okay. I feel like if my feet hang off of it just a little bit. I've also got one of these cocoon pillows. They're extremely nice as well. This mechanism is a lot better than that air mattresses, because you can blow into it freely all you want up until, you probably almost pop this thing with how much air you can put in it. And then to let it out, you just press that little red tab. It's great. No air comes back out when you're blowing it up. And also, it's a pillow. It takes like 3 or 4 breaths to fill up. I did it in 2. That's nice and solid now. And it's not coming back out. I can squeeze it as hard as I want. It's not coming out. But as soon as I press this tab, so convenient. And then obviously, whichever material feels better to you on your head, you can use that side whenever you're sleeping. Doesn't really bother me. This works extremely well. And there you have it. Now you have a functioning sail. Rain earlier this morning and last night, so everything's still kind of meh. But as long as I use enough of it, I will be alright. Alright, well, I guess update time. I got fire going. Just been kind of chilling and lounging around, just gathering up some wood and whatnot. Haven't really done a whole lot. It's pretty dark in here, I can't lie. Sandwiched right between two mountains, next to this river, obviously. And when that sun started setting, it set fast. So I think right now what we're gonna do is just maybe slowly start getting dinner ready and sit down to have something to eat. So I've actually got some eggs with me. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna make some maple flavored Spam and eggs for breakfast. So obviously I brought all of my food, and I brought a couple of things inside of this coffee pot that I don't use for coffee. I have MREs. One of the things that you can get in an MRE is one of these carbohydrate electrolyte beverage powders. There's a little bit of powder down here in the bottom, and then you fill it up to that black line right there, and then you can zip it, and you shake it, and you get whatever flavor it is. And that is really good, surprisingly. The orange and I think it's lemon lime or something. It's a lime flavor. Those two are the best ones, in my opinion. All right, guys. Well, it's been a little while. It is currently 9:32. Yeah, it's been quite a while. I've just been kind of chilling out. I still have not ate yet. I've been just kind of trying to get this fire to stay steady. Everything is really, really wet. It's not wanting to stay lit right now. I'm just trying to boil some water inside of my coffee container. And then I'm going to take the contents of my MRE, which is going to be the chicken chunks, white chicken chunks, cooked white chicken chunks. And yeah, I'll let you guys see what all's inside of this. All right, let's check it out. So on top, we've got some plain tortillas, a little cardboard box that you can hold all this stuff in. I'm assuming that's the chicken. Yep, we got the chicken right here. So we've got some barbecue corn nuts. Every MRE comes with this little essential pack. Basically, it'll come with matches, some gum, a moist towelette, and some toilet paper to use in the same sitting, and then some salt and pepper. I usually save all of those just for whatever. Let's see, we got some cheese spread somewhere, maybe. We got an energy bar. Let's see, we got another beverage drink, and not every MRE comes with the same thing or the amount of stuff. Like, some MREs are loaded, and some of them just have like most bare amount of things in them. We have another drink here. This one's fruit punch, so we're definitely going to be trying that one out. And we have got a beef stick, which these are the new beef sticks. The old ones were like an actual piece of beef jerky. This one's more along the lines of like a Slim Jim, a thicker Slim Jim, and it's a lot shorter. Next, we have got some barbecue sauce. Oh, shoot. One of my favorite things about these MREs, every MRE has this little diagram here, and it's telling you to basically just lean it up against a rock or something. It's a rock or something. Very specific. Right now, I just have some water from the river inside of this pot right here, and I am gonna boil it. I don't necessarily need to boil the water. I just need the water to get hot enough. And I stuck most of the MRE contents in there. I stuck the chicken, the tortillas, the barbecue sauce, the cheese spread. I stuck that in there so that way it gets nice and warm, and it won't have to stand there very long at all. Oh, well, that was really good. I know I didn't video any of me eating or showing what it looked like or giving my reaction, but I've had this before, so technically it wouldn't have been my first initial reaction to it. It was good. It'll do, I should say. But I think now I'm just gonna relax a little bit and try to enjoy a little bit of my free time all I came out here for. I'm gonna make another cup of tea. I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna enjoy. But first, I think what we should do is go do the dishes. I only use this plate, so all I'm gonna do is just wash my dishes real quick. That's good. All right, I've got pretty much everything cleaned up for the night. Right now, I'm just trying to boil some water, and I'm gonna make a cup of tea before bed. And I have got a hot cup of tea now, or cup of water. And here's it sizzling against the walls there. Ooh, almost forgot. Honey. Now, I didn't bring any sugar, but I'm hoping that the honey will sweeten it up nicely. Why don't I just set the camera down and then actually do what I'm supposed to do? Kind of makes it a little bit easier. Tea time. Oh yeah. Look at that doing its thing already. This is English breakfast tea by Taylor's. I literally think I found this at Walmart, but it is good coffee. I will very much. Oh, I'm sorry. Tea, not coffee. Oh no, I spilled some. It's all right. That's gonna be really good. I'm gonna set that right there because I'm going to bed. All right, guys, I'm already cozied in here in bed. I got some pajamas on, and my tea is nice and made. It tastes really good. I got my light up there for the night. I think I'm gonna read a little bit of my book, and then I'm gonna call it a night. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning. It's early. I'm tired. Oh, but I guess I gotta get up. Well, I decided I am gonna go ahead and make my fire and put my new frying pan to the test. It's working pretty good. I fit little 3 pieces of Spam in there. Got the rest of it cut up there. Tent's all packed up. Camp's ready to go, really. I'm gonna make some eggs with my breakfast. I'm gonna make another cup of tea. And I think we're just gonna kind of relax for a little bit and then start heading on out of here. I know that this video has been kind of like all over the place, and I have not recorded half of what I've done, but I feel like my biggest part of it was I didn't have any way to set up my camera, no tripod, nothing like that for there to be a good shot. And then also whenever it was dark, It's not like you would have been able to see me. So maybe if I can find some floodlights that I can carry with me next time, that would be great. And I'll also look into a tripod for my phone, so that way I can set that thing up and just actually be able to record what I'm doing. It's actually really good. Alright guys, I'm actually leaving camp now. I had some people show up right as I was leaving. They kind of surprised me, and we just kind of chatted for a minute. It's too bad I had already ate all my food. I would have shared, but it's all good. So I just got back to the top of that mountain. And I'm at that Rock Point location that I was talking about. And it's pretty cool. I mean, from up here, you can kind of see the bend of the valley that we're in. I'm gonna go down that way. Make my way over that mountain, and then I should be home free. But it's so lovely out here. It's a pretty popular spot. I mean, there are people down there. So this place is called Bald River Falls. Yeah, there are people down there. But let me go show you the bottom. I mean, nature's pretty freaking awesome, if you ask me. It's a great way to finally get some peace to yourself. You can get away from people if you choose, but nothing beats this. I mean, look at those people up there. They look tiny compared to it. There you guys have it. This was my hiking experience. Well, my first hiking video. I think it went okay. We're gonna upload it. We're gonna see what happens. If people like it, then I guess then I'll keep doing it. But yeah, I just wanted to come show you guys this other spot that I love going to. I mean, how else do you beat that view? You simply don't. You simply do not. Those are some tall mountain peaks over there. Obviously, I feel like the ones that I'm on are taller, but I could be very wrong. So insane. I think that is Watts Bar. That is or one of the nuclear power plants here. All right, you guys. So I do apologize. It is a couple days later, but I just kind of wanted to go over my gear list. This is what my bag would normally look like before I go out on a hike. It's prepped exactly like the way I would right before I would leave. The only thing that's different is I do not have water in my containers. That's the only difference. Now this is the Baltoro 75-liter bag from REI, and it was a pretty decent price considering, I mean, it's 75 liters. It can comfortably hold up to 55 pounds, and then obviously more if you know how to pack correctly. And it even has a hydration pack in the back, but I don't really use that. Okay, now in terms of everything that I physically carry on the outside of my bag, it's not very much. The biggest thing obviously being the sleeping system. I have this hatchet here that can convert into a saw. The saw blade is kept inside the handle in there. I have 3 water bottles. I usually carry one more. And I usually try to get the smart water bottles just because I know that's what adapts to my water filtration. And then I obviously have this coffee pot that you saw me use in the video. When I'm done with it, I have some trail mix and just some other light food in there that doesn't even add up to a pound that I stuff inside of there just to eat, keep and eat if I want. I've got my 2 tent poles here. These are obviously very light and don't weigh very much. And then I have this cold weather sleeping system. It's a little bit different than a sleeping bag. I mean, they're pretty much the same thing, except for this will actually like hug you. It's a bit longer and it's rated for 30 degrees, so it'll definitely keep you safe. All right, you guys. So here is everything that is inside of my bag. It does not look like much, but it definitely adds up. We'll start down here with my tent. So you obviously saw the tent in the video. That's the tent cover, and then you obviously have the spikes for the corners. That is a Static V air mattress. You saw me blowing that thing up, putting it inside of the tent. Now I've just got that bag of accessories. like sugar and creamer and matches and whatnot. Then I've got a miniature med kit and some ripcord as well. I think that's like 100 feet. I've got 2 cans of fuel for my stove. Carry flint and steel, a long lighter, some waterproof matches, and some extra fire making material just in case. Then obviously you can see the book that I'm reading right now. Moving down, you can see that I have an assortment of flashlights. I've got 1 headlamp. I always carry extra batteries, obviously. I've got a Streamlight battery with an extra battery, and then this 1500 lumen rechargeable flashlight. I need to charge it. And then I have got a Becklin power bank. It works really well. I carry 2 knives just because, a pair of pliers, a Frog Togs raincoat, a pair of fresh socks, and a beanie that I like to sleep with. Now moving on to my cooking ware, I usually do bring my Coleman stove just in case it winds up raining really bad or whatever it might be. And then I obviously have this little pan here that holds a bunch of different things. It carries a plate, a cup, a pot, the lid for the pot to boil water or whatever, the frying pan itself, and it all just fits right in there nicely. It's really nice. It doesn't even weigh, I think it was like 0.7 of a pound, something like that. And I've got a canteen here. It's really nice for being able to just boil a cup of water for tea or whatever. And then in the back there, I carry a little mini mason jar to be able to carry, say, 2 eggs like I did on this last trip. For food, other than what I showed you in that other coffee pot that had food in it, I usually bring 2 MREs if I'm going out for 2 days. Now, if I'm going out any longer, I try to bring something that's not gonna, back me up for a week when I get back, because those things do exactly that. I've got some honey that I usually carry for the tea, and then I've got some utensils there. For my hydration, I've got this Platypus water filter here. This thing's really nice. It's a 1 liter. You can screw it onto a bottle, or you can use this adapter here, and you can drink it straight from it. It's really nice. So yeah, that's all of my gear. It's not a whole lot, but like I said, it does add up to quite a bit. I think right now this is sitting at 35 to 40 pounds. All right, so like I said, it's been a couple of days. I got a haircut since I went camping. I do apologize for that. I should have done a before trip, but this is everything that I carry with me before I'm gonna go out camping anyways, so I don't see the difference. If you guys did wind up making it this far into the video, I really want to say thank you, and I appreciate you for watching. I know that this video was rough to watch. I know my techniques were not proper, but I promise you in the next video that I make, it's going to be a lot better. I'm going to try and use an actual tripod, and for my nighttime, I'm going to get some floodlights so that way you guys can see what I'm actually doing, and it'll make the video entirely better. Thank you guys so much.